Hi everyone. Let's dive into a simplified explanation of how SQL works internally. First step is parsing, which is understanding the query. When a SQL statement is received, the database management system first analyzes and breaks it down into understandable parts. This process is called parsing. Here, the DBMS identifies keywords, table names, column names, and conditions within the statement. The next step is query optimization, means finding the best way. After parsing, database management system devises the most efficient plan to execute the query. It considers factors like available indexes, statistics about the data, and various optimization techniques to determine the fastest way to retrieve or modify the data according to the query. Next step is accessing the data. Once the optimization is complete, the DBMS accesses the relevant data based on the query plan. It locates the specific disk blocks or memory locations where the data is stored. Now, if there are indexes, then the DBMS may use them as shortcuts to quickly find the desired information. Next step is locking and concurrency control, making sure nobody collides. If multiple users are accessing the same data simultaneously, then the DBMS uses locking mechanism to ensure data consistency and prevent conflicts. It grants exclusive access to a particular user to avoid others making conflicting changes at the same time. Next step is data retrieval and modification. Once the database management system has accessed the required data, it retrieves or modifies it according to the SQL statement. For select queries, the DBMS retrieves the specified data from the storage. For insert, update, or delete statements, the DBMS modifies the relevant records based on the provided conditions. The next step is result processing. After executing the SQL statement, the DBMS processes the results. It may summarize, filter, or sort the retrieved data based on the requested operations. The DBMS then prepares the results for further use or presents them to the user. The next step is transaction management. Here, keeping everything in check is the motto. The DBMS manages transaction, which groups multiple SQL statements into a single logical unit. It ensures that the atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability properties of the data is maintained, which we also call as ACID. Transactions allow for reliable and predictable handling of the data modifications, including rollbacks in case of errors. That's why we call this step as keeping everything in check. The final step is disk input output and caching. During the whole process, DBMS may need to read from or write to the disk or even access or update the data. So, to improve this whole performance, DBMS uses caching techniques such as keeping frequently accessed data in memory itself. So, that is all about how SQL processes the SQL statement that we pass and how it works internally. See you in the next video.